In regards to another appealing factor on the property, like we have noticed that it is it's located on a cul-de-sac and it is very quiet road. Just from looking at the fact that it is the acreage blocks, there is only, from what I have noticed, I think 10 other properties on this road. Being that it's not a main road, this is a very good thing to have as a selling point, especially when people don't want to be living on a loud, busy, noisy road. So that's definitely a really good appealing factor to potential buyers. Moving on from that, like when we did do the walkthrough of the property, I did notice that you did have the ducted air conning throughout the roof. Just wanting to confirm, is that heating, cooling, reverse cycle? Does it just do heating for in the winter months, or does it just do cooling for the summer months? Yeah. Oh, okay, so it does have that My Air, which is a heating and cooling option, which is definitely amazing. And then I can tell that in the bedrooms and all the main living areas, it does have that gauge, which will be able to keep the cool and tempered room, which is definitely incredible to have, especially in the Queensland heat. You want to be able to have both options once it does get too cool for the summer, too cold for the winter months, and very hot for the summer months. So definitely a really good selling point with that one. With that in mind though, I'm assuming that you do run this aircon quite a fair bit. Is there any energy efficiency ratings that you do have on that, or anything that does help in relation to that? Yep. Okay, so we do have solar panels on the roof, especially being a flat roof. That does give the natural sun the option to have the whole way around until sunrise and sunset, which is obviously incredible. Rather than it just being on one side of the house or the other side of the house, it is that flat panel to be able to get the optimal lighting. Any WH&S issues that would need to be addressed with the house? I don't believe they are. Obviously there is quite a drop in relation to the retaining wall. That, however, is fully fenced and has been signed off by engineering. So apart from that, it is quite a newly built house. So the house itself is only 2 years old. Because of that, it does go through council, engineering, a lot of approvals in order to be able to get over the line. So while it was in construction, all of that was met, which is incredible. But in relation to that, it is built to a code, especially the most current code for the Logan City Council, which means that everything is up to standard. So there will be no need for anyone to be doing anything moving forward, unless it's like cosmetic or they want to do extensions. But it is a house that is fully approved by council, yeah, which is incredible. Yeah, so going back to the touching on it being a quiet neighborhood, I have noticed that it is an acreage block. Just wanted to sort of touch base on your neighbors. Obviously they are quite a distance away, being that it is the 4,000 square meter lot, but just wanted to double check on what they are like. So in relation to the neighbors, most of them are retired, so no families, more of the older retired couples. So the immediate next door, they have just themselves, no kids, only dogs, a couple have chickens, but really beautiful people. And then across the road is actually a great grandmother who is very lovely and is more than happy to help. I think on this street itself there is about 3 young families, including ourselves. So it is definitely more on the quiet end, and people just wanting to keep to themselves and just live that very quiet acreage lifestyle. So I think that does appeal to a lot of buyers, purely because some people are just trying to get out of the busy lifestyle, and that's definitely what this Mundulin estate is all about.